Ian, what's your unfortunate airport story?
Pass through me first.
Like the Diana Bobo.
Pass over you.
It was actually the story I told last night, but I remembered some details. So we were on a trip to Calgary. This is myself, Beej, and Ben. And this was actually just earlier this year.
Yeah, that's recent.
Yeah. So, fun fact: I like to drink a little bit when I go on to conventions, and because I like to drink a little bit, I like to buy my alcohol before I get into the hotel room because bars at hotels are very expensive. But this was only a weekend convention, so I figured I'll just get a small size bottle of whiskey. And because you can't fly with liquids, I'll check it in. I'm not checking any luggage, and Ben's not checking any luggage. But Beej has to check his guitar because it's too big. So we'll put this little bottle of Alberta Premium into Beej's guitar bag. Fun fact about Victoria's airport, when you check things, their method of checking baggage is they'll give you a tag, and then you get to walk it through security, where liquids have to come out.
Oh no.
Yeah. Now, Beej doesn't drink, so he had to take this whiskey out, walk outside of security, and pour all but 3 ounces of said whiskey into the trash. And then stick it back in the guitar case and send it through. So yeah, I was out a good amount of whiskey and a bad night.
Mine was not that. I'm trying to remember if I've had anything truly bad, like nothing approaching the anxiety of what Andrew dealt with. But we were coming back from PAX South. I think it was the first or second South, and our flights were San Antonio, San Francisco, or possibly through DFW, I'm not sure, and then San Francisco direct to Victoria. And apparently, the United flight from San Francisco to Victoria just gets canceled sometimes, just for fun. Just like as a matter of course.
Just 'cause.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like whatever. Or, no, sorry, it was the... Yes, yeah, that was the flight. And we were looking into it afterwards, and yeah, people were like, yeah, this flight gets canceled all the time. I don't know why. It's just a thing that apparently occurs. And United's sort of opinion of what they were going to do for us was... They were like, yeah, it's canceled. Why? Weather. And we were like, what? What? Huh? It didn't just... We never actually got a firm word about why it was canceled. One person said weather, other person said like, and it was... Anyway, so we were like, well, what are we going to do? Because this was like 10 at night, and they're like, well, you can stay here and get another flight out in the morning. By the way, no hotel. You'll have to find your own hotel. Like we don't help you out with that. Or we can fly you on a flight to Seattle right now, and then you can figure out whatever in the morning. And so we figured, fine, we'll get to Seattle because that way, at least if for some reason flights are messed up, we actually know more people in Seattle.
Yeah.
At the time, I don't actually think we maybe knew one person in San Francisco, but then it felt closer, right? We're like, let's just get to Seattle. It's still not home, but it's closer, and we can figure it out in the morning. And so then we flew to Seattle and had to go to the DoubleTree, which has cookies, which is nice.
Those cookies
you
are
get
legit.
a warm cookie when you check in.
Yeah, they're in a drawer.
They have a drawer. Has anyone stayed at the DoubleTree? They have
Is
a
that
heated drawer.
Is this the same one near SeaTech where Lurcon was?
Where we had Lurcon, yeah.
Yeah,
They have
okay.
a drawer behind the check-in desk, and they're like, here's your hot cookie. And I'm like, that's a weird thing.
But also thank you.
But also thank you.
Don't I need a key?
Yeah, how am I going to get this in the lock? But, like, no, sir, no.
Don't eat all of it.
No,
It's in the cookie.
no, they're RFID. Oh! So anyway, yeah, it was...
Rub your stomach against the lock.
Yeah.
I
mean, when I was just briefly, when I was a
Yeah.
very young child, I got motion sick when the plane would descend. So I'm sure I've had much worse experiences that I just don't remember, vomiting everywhere, I assume. But again, that hasn't come up lately.
If I may, without totally dominating it, I just have a real quick other bad airport story that I turned into a good airport story
Oh, yeah.
that I was able to win. I got stranded on a flight home from somewhere in Salt Lake City. I don't remember what or why, but I got off and it was like my 1 hour layover had turned into a 9 hour layover. And their compensation for that was, there's bottled water over there. Good luck. Which was not great. I don't remember which airline this is, but it doesn't matter because they're all terrible. But I was like, okay, this sucks. I'm not happy about it. I'm stranded in Salt Lake City. What am I going to do for 9 hours? Like, I've already kind of read my book. And then I checked Twitter, and I had 600 replies, I want to say. This was the time that one of the actors from the British BBC miniseries War and Peace tweeted about the show War and Peace and did not know the difference between a username and a hashtag.
It was amazing.
And my username is @WarAndPeace. So
Because Andrew used to be a bot.
well, it was I wasn't
I know,
actually
not
yeah,
actually.
yeah, I did it by hand. So what I proceeded to do was go to the airport bar, start drinking, and reply to every single one of these 600 mostly middle-aged British people with increasingly absurd responses. Like just whatever came into my mind that I thought would be funny at the time.
That was a good night.
And I did that for hours. It was great.
It was good entertainment for everyone.
Yeah.
Awesome.